I was kind of surprised at how messy science is. So it's not all shiny buttons and knobs and stuff. Sometimes you're duct taping something together and sort of having to work with the materials that you have. So it takes a lot of creativity and sort of thinking on your feet sometimes. My name is Katie Harris, and I'm a postdoc at MIT in a Drosophila lab, and I work on synaptic biology. I had my first lab job when I was an undergrad, between my second and third year in the summer. And I was really just doing chores, washing dishes, and I was really shy, so I was too scared to even talk to the grad students in the lab. But one day, one of the grad students just said to me, she said, "Look, I got a really weird result. What do you think about it?" And so just that little act of sort of bringing me into the conversation really made me feel part of the community in that lab. So looking back to give advice to undergrads going through the same process, I would say get into a lab, even if you're just doing chores to start with. Usually labs will sort of adopt undergrads over time and let them actively do research. At some point you probably have to do a thesis research project. So nothing else prepares you better. Basically a lot of your classes, you're memorizing facts and sort of learning about work that other people have done, but until you're doing that work yourself, you don't really get a picture of what the daily life of a scientist is like. It's really important to talk to a lot of people, ask a lot of questions, work in a lab, meet the grad students, and ask for their advice. Because every lab is different, and it's really important to find a good match, both in terms of the scientific question, but also the right style of mentorship for you. I think it's really important to be both honest and realistic with yourself about what your priorities are for a career. So, for example, how important is it to you to have a job that's intellectually stimulating? Or how important is salary? How important is prestige? How important are the expectations of your family? How important is it to feel like you're doing something good for the world? So no job is perfect, and it's really important to think up to yourself about how you prioritize these various things in order to sort of come to a career that will be a good match for you. What I love the most about my job is the sense of discovery. So pretty much every single day, I'm going to find out something about the universe that nobody knew before. It might be the tiniest little piece of information, but it's something new. And so for me, it's that sort of discovery aspect of it that is the most motivating. On top of that, I really like sort of the community of research. So I like the fact that what I do every day is problem solving, and I do that with colleagues and mentors and trainees who share the same goal.